Okay, let's kick this off with a fact that is gonna sound a little shocking. Some of the world's biggest, most famous cities have, well, secretly erased pigeons from their streets. And no, this isn't some happy accident. It's a deliberate, calculated campaign that's been hiding in plain sight. I mean, really think about it. Picture your last trip to a big, modern city. You see the skyscrapers, you see the crowds, the traffic, but something just feels off. You look around for that absolute classic of city life, a flock of pigeons, and there's just nothing. Not a single one. It's kind of weird, right? And this is the mystery we're cracking open today. For, forever, we've just assumed pigeons are a non-negotiable part of any city. But it turns out, in some places, they've been methodically, systematically, engineered right out of existence. The big question is, how on earth did they pull it off? Well, the first clue is right there in front of us, written in glass and steel. It turns out you can literally design a city where a pigeon just can't find a place to land. Just look at this contrast. It's night and day. On the left, you've got classic architecture, basically a pigeon's dream home. It's full of ledges, little nooks, all these ornate details that are just perfect for nesting. But on the right, that's the blueprint for a pigeon-proof world. We're talking sleek, sheer facades of glass and steel. These smooth, reflective surfaces offer zero grip, no shelter, literally no place to call home. It's basically hostile architecture, by design. But it's not just about passive design. Oh no, it's an active multi-front war. Cities deploy what you could call a full defense shield. They install rows and rows of these sharp spikes on any potential landing spot. They drape huge nets over courtyards, and they have these aggressive cleaning crews that just obliterate any hint of a nest. The goal here is simple: make the environment completely and utterly uninhabitable. Okay, so we've covered the man-made defenses, but the story gets even wilder when you start to factor in the invisible, natural forces that have been brought into the fight. This chart shows something that is just incredible. In a lot of these cities, birds of prey, think falcons and hawks, have made a huge comeback. I mean, these are nature's perfect pigeon hunting machines. And as their numbers have surged, the pigeon population has just been decimated. The city's own ecosystem has become a key part of the defense plan. And here it is, the final knockout blow. You cut off the food supply. See, pigeons are absolute masters of surviving on our scraps. So these cities use this kind of brutal three-step starvation strategy. 1, they enforce really strict anti-littering laws. 2, they make waste management so ridiculously efficient that not a single crumb is left on the street. And 3, they ban people from feeding them. It's simple and it's ruthless. No food, no pigeons. And, just to add insult to injury, once the food becomes super scarce, other more nimble bird species often move in and just out-hustle the pigeons for whatever's left. So they get starved out and then they get pushed out by the competition. The problem, for the city at least, kind of solves itself. So, a pristine, pigeon-free city. It sounds like a win, right? Less mess, cleaner buildings. What's not to love? But this is where the story takes a really critical turn. Because achieving this level of control doesn't come for free. Not at all. It comes with a massive and continuous price tag. This table, right here, it breaks down the trade-off perfectly. The benefits, on the left, sure, they're obvious. But the real costs on the right are pretty staggering. We're talking about a significant, ongoing financial investment in maintenance, in deterrence, in cleaning crews. This isn't a one-and-done fix. It's a perpetual line item in the city budget. And this brings us to a really crucial concept, the maintained environment. You see, a city without pigeons isn't in some sort of natural state. It's a totally artificial condition, and it's only achieved through decades of relentless planning, policymaking, and direct intervention to basically bend the urban ecosystem to our will. This number, it says it all, doesn't it? Keeping a city pigeon-free is a non-stop, 24/7, 365 days a year job. It requires constant vigilance, constant spending, and a permanent workforce that's dedicated to just one thing: making sure the pigeons don't come back. That's the true cost of this clean urban vision. So, we've seen how they do it, and we've seen what it costs. Now for the final and most crucial piece of the puzzle. What does all this tell us about the future of our cities, and maybe even our relationship with nature itself? This timeline shows a really profound shift in thinking. The past was all about brute force, right? Eradication and control. Today, here in 2026, the conversation is slowly shifting toward managing our shared spaces, trying to coexist. But the future The future poses this fascinating question. Can we move beyond just management and actually start designing cities that integrate with nature instead of just declaring war on it?
And honestly, that is the ultimate insight from this whole thing. The number of pigeons in any given city isn't some act of nature, it's a mirror. It's reflecting our own values right back at us. It tells a story about how we choose to build, how we manage our waste, and just how much effort we're willing to spend to control the world around us.
So I guess I'll just leave you with this. We've proven that we have the power to literally design and edit wildlife right out of our daily lives. The real question isn't whether we can anymore, but whether we should. As we build the cities of tomorrow, what kind of world are we actually trying to create? Is it a sterile, perfectly controlled environment, or is it one that maybe leaves a little bit of room for the wild?